You see it now?
No.
Can you see my slide now?
Yes. Okay.
So what do you want me to share there?
Majority. Okay. 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 I've got what I want to get. I've gotten
Okay.
it. It's just like opposite. The order is opposite of that of priority.
Okay.
Yes, I've got it.
All
Thank
right,
you.
that's fine. You're welcome. So who's the Sheon Rotiba, please?
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, thank you very much for the lectures. I would like to take my question from where you talked about SDL, and you said it's the process that produces software with the highest quality and lowest cost in the shortest time possible. So my question is, like there's a saying in where we come from that soup way sweet now money killer. So is it possible for you to have a project or a product with a very high quality and with very low cost? Because normally product owners or something will want to spend less and want to get the highest quality. And I think there will always be differences or a clash there between the Scrum Masters or the people developing or the testers and the product owner, because they want to spend less and have the highest quality. And meanwhile, they might need more money or more resources to also give him the highest quality of product. So if we are bringing this into view now, that means most people who want product or who are trying to get a product will say, okay, they've said it's possible to have something of high quality and low cost. So I want you to clarify that. Thank you.
Okay, so what it means is that the reason for SDLC is mainly the agile adopting agile. So why we want to make a high quality, quick deliverables. So look at the iteration, look at the way I was bringing it. We are doing requirement gathering. When you are talking about money, time, cost, we are talking about resources, how long, what you are putting out there, and with the quality. Now take it. If you want to develop high quality, and you have taken just small software, just only registration, you have tested it within 2 weeks. We have done development, we have done requirement, and we have tested it, and we have brought it out. What does it save? It saves time, it saves money, it saves cost. Then you're now taking 1 year to be developing. We are going to requirement stages. We are doing everything, doing it more on the waterfall way. So it's kind of more expensive for people. The longer we stay on the project, the longer is the more time, more money. Because as every one of us are in the project, we are also part of the costing of the project. You know that? So if you're part of the costing of the project, what we want is, okay, let's give the returns. You have done the registration functionality, we have done the requirement gathering, we have done this. Within 2 weeks, we have given it out to the client. He has seen it. That's one thing achieved. And he's happy with it. He comes back with the feedback. Okay, we need you to do this. That is the reason why we are saying, because everyone is involved, everyone knows what is wrong at every phase. That is the reason for that theory. So, of course, if you say with the adage you said that if you have soup when namonikilam, we are still coming to that cost, but we have done it in a way that as things are going out, people are getting it, they are looking at it, they are reviewing it, they are saying it in that iteration. That is the essence of that theory. So they feel that it's more cheaper for them than having everybody at that time, because once requirement is done, we have done with that phase, we all sit down, we start another phase of it, we take it another phase. That's the way those iteration, that's the way the costing, that's the way the quality of the project will be. So if you have done registration, you go to login, you go to launching, you know we will have full time to test and we will have good quality. It's not that we are going to test everything in one week. In that 2 weeks, we have all the old system. No, we cannot. You can't get the best of it. So that's the reason for that theory. So if in like now you say we have done all the development, they've done it for like 3 months and they put it. Don't forget that 3 months. They are paying me. I'm not doing anything. They are paying only the developer is doing something. The design requirement, we are all sitting down waiting for development to be done. Don't forget, I've waited again for requirement. So those are the things that we are counting to put in place here. So the reason why they are saying high quality is that things that you do in bits, you test them in bits, you see that it's working. It works more than things you wait till the end to see that, yes, at the long run, it fails. It costs more. So the expense to that failure at the end is more than when you find the bugs earlier. Hence, the reason for the agile theory. Understood, Shell?
Thank you very much. Yes.
Fantastic.
Christopher,
So
thank
I
you.
think there's someone is he answering or something?
Yes.
Yes,
Hi.
please. Hello.
Hi.
Good evening.
I just look on your defect priorities.
Mm-hmm.
So my question is, you said you have a low priority, medium, high,
Mm-hmm.
and urgent.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to know if high priority is you say it's must, isn't it?
He
Or
says
it
what?
must or it should, because you say you use some terminology like must or should. So I want to know that which one we must or should.
So for high priority is a must.
Must.
When you set things as a priority, you have
Yeah.
said this is high. This is
Yeah.
high.
Yeah.
I want it. It's a must. It must be fixed.
Okay.
It must be fixed in that release. But
Okay.
low ones, it's not compulsory, it's fixed. We can do without it.
Okay.
So that's it, yeah.
And when can you use should then as a
Should,
pro? Yeah.
as a priority, when can you use should? So a
Yeah.
must, you should have it. So when you use should, you can also use it when if it is needed. You
Okay.
can use should when if you can use your should if it is needed. For example, if you need um to add to a cart to be part
Yeah.
of the functionality, you need it. So it is a should have. You must have it. It is a should. So these things are must is like is compulsory. We can't
Okay.
do. But the should, we of course, yes. We also need this thing. We need it. You can say that yes, we need it. So if you need it, they will tell you. There are some shoulds that if they don't need it, but I believe that most shoulds you must have it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the way
Okay.
it works.
Okay then. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other question, please? Any other question before I ask my questions? 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 No question. So in the absence of a question, so let me ask my own question. What is SDLC? Anyone?
Software,
SDLC?
Software development life cycle.
software development life cycle. Oh,
Fantastic. What is STLC?
So we're testing life cycle.
So I don't know now. I'm going to ask this question in a way. So the testers use SDLC, software development life cycle.
Mhm.
Yes or no?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes, they do.
No.
Stlc.
STLC.
Yes.
No.
Yes, they
S-
do.
Stlc, yes.
So
No,
I'm having to
SDLC
ask
is a process.
correct. So software, it's a process which involves everybody, including testers, developers, Scrum
Mhm.
Master. Is a
Yeah.
process. Everybody
It's included.
is involved. Fantastic. So software testing lifecycle (STLC) is used by the developers, Scrum Master, and also the architects. True or false?
False.
False, only QA.
No, I mean STLC. Are you sure?
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
What's the question?
No.
Software testing lifecycle is used by
No.
the process is used by developers, Scrum Master, project managers.
No.
True or false?
False.
It's
False.
false.
False. False. False.
False.
Fantastic. So,
It's activities,
how
sequence of
many
activities.
phases do we have in SDLC?
6.
Six.
This was that. So, okay. Name the six phases that we have in SDLC.
Okay, we
Requirement
analysis.
planning.
Planning.
Development, software design.
Development.
Execution.
You are mixing it now.
You say
Maintenance,
Software
deployment,
development lifecycle.
requirement analysis, text planning, test case development,
And development, that's it.
environment setup, test execution,
Deployment.
and test cycle closure.
Okay, 1 minute.
Sdlc.
No, we
No,
have sorry,
Requirements
we
and
have
gathering
we have
analysis,
design,
planning
we have
and design,
we have testing, we
building.
have deployment and maintenance.
testing, deployment, and maintenance.
Absolutely. You see now, I have to. It's confusing. You need to. Both of them have 6 phases.
Yeah.
It's different. It's different. So I asked you for SDLC. Now I'm going to ask you for STLC. If you say one, you mustn't. You don't say the next one. Who is using iPhone? No. Olajide. Olaide. Do you know anyone? If I call your name, Olajide, Olaide, Mopelola, which one?
Requirement analysis.
Fantastic. So nobody can say requirement analysis again. STLC. iPhone, who is that?
Kende, we've got, I believe we've got maintenance.
No.
Test planning.
STLC.
Oh, sorry.
Test planning.
We've got planning and design.
We have
planning.
test
We
case
have
development
test
and
planning,
design.
test design,
So who is Yemi?
environment, test setup.
No.
Let them call your name
One person.
now.
One, Yemi.
Environment setup,
Fantastic. That's the
test
third one.
execution.
planning and control.
No, you are saying planning and control. So
So
that's
we have test cycle closure.
Yeah, test execution.
so those are the phases. Now, what is defect severity?
The impact.
The impact of what?
Of defects.
You need to.
Of functionality.
No, you need to. No, I want you to. You can't. You just gave me a word. The impact of defect.
The impact of a defect on the application. That's how bad the defect is.
Correct. Thank you. Correct. Absolutely. So, for the severity, what are the levels that we can say about the severity? Don't talk again.
Low severity.
Correct.
Medium severity.
Critical severity.
High severity.
Major security.
No. Non-security
Major
severity.
severity. Major severity.
Critical severity.
Okay.
Medium severity.
Correct. So let's take priority. What is priority?
Priority is an order. You want your application, that is how you want it to be. Which one
Samuel?
comes first?
No, Samuel. Yes. No. Give me again. You didn't. You are mixing it up. You are getting it a little. Rephrase it again.
Okay,
Samuel.
the order you want the application to be. Which one comes first?
No.
Okay.
Is the order in which your defect should be resolved?
Correct. The order in which your defect should be resolved. So, Samuel, what it means is that if you have raised a defect for login failure, it is a high defect. So you put it as number 1. Please help me resolve it, developer. That's the first one you want them to resolve so that you can continue testing. So is the order in which you want your defect to be resolved.
Okay.
So, fantastic. So again, let's go further. What are the types of levels?
We have the low priority, we have the medium priority, we have the high priority, and we have the urgent priority.
Correct. So now let's move it further. Defect life cycle. What are the states of the defect life cycle?
We have the new,
correct.
We have assigned, we have active, we have test.
Okay, stop, Dora, stop. Others?
Reopened.
Correct.
Verified.
Correct.
Closed.
Duplicate.
Next, nobody. Rexford. Who else? Who else is going to try with that?
Rejected.
Going, rejected. Good. So now,
Retest closed.
Good. So now let's take another word.
I have one question, please.
Yes, please.
In the defect management process that you explained, I noticed that there is a particular branch that is missing. So, for example, if somebody mistakenly creates a bug, a defect, what happens to that defect?
What?
I don't. When you say mistakenly.
So, for example, you create a defect and eventually you realize that, oh, this is actually not a defect. It's not supposed to be a defect.
So take it to reject.
Is it reject or close?
Reject. You can't close it. You can close it, but if you know it's not a reject, it's not a bug. It depends on the state that you have. You
because
can
I thought
either close it or you can reject it, but most of the time you can close the bug because it's not a bug. So you have looked at it. You are the one that is saying it now, that you have created it and it's not a bug. Close it.
Yeah, exactly. So that branch, to close it, I noticed that it's not there. You have defer, you have rejected. Obviously, the developers will reject, but I noticed that branch to close it is not. It's missing.
Because it's a loop. Our expectation is, if you create a defect, we are going to triage it. It's the process of the triage that you follow. So it's a new defect. Is it a defect, yes or no? If it's not, then you close it. So you are expecting me to create another branch to now say, mistakenly created, close it. No, it doesn't. It's just it's a process. But if you feel you will understand it better that way, but most of the time we follow that process. You can't just wake up to say, you can't just say, I've created the bug and it's a mistake. We are going to triage the bug. We have to look at it. You are now the one that said it's a mistake. So you will have to take the process of assigning the bug back to yourself. When you assign the bug back to yourself, you will look at it and you will add a comment to it, closed, due to the fact that it's a mistake, that is not a bug. That is it. So it's still that process. You can't branch it out to just say closed. When you close a defect, you must state the reason why you closed the defect. So you're still going through that pipeline. New, assign can now be to you as a tester. When you assign it as a tester, reason for the fix is going to be, it's not a bug, then you can fix it. Then you close it. That's the way it is. So the other thing I wanted to ask is, was verification and validation. Verification. Who can help?
Check if the process is taking place according to specific requirements.
So
Like,
who else can help? Correct? In a way? Yeah, correct. Who else can help?
Is to check if we are building the products right. To check if we are building the products right. That's verification.
So now what is validation?
We are checking if we are building the product in the right, if we are building the right products. So
for the
validation is to check if we are building the right products.
Correct. Absolutely. So let's go. Can you, what types of models do you know in Sdlc?
We have the waterfall model.
Correct. Don't say anyone again.
We have the V model.
The V model.
Absolutely.
Agile model.
Huh?
Iterative incremental development model. That's the agile model.
Absolutely. So all these are part of it. I'll just implore you, if you notice something while we were doing the training, we are still talking about fundamental test process, talking about general principles of testing. All these come to place. Test cases design. So any other question before we close the class for tonight?
Yes, please.
Yes.
I have a question. Okay, please,
please
can we also say a defect? It can also be referred to as an error.
What? Yes. Yes. So an error. So if you find an error in it, it leads to a defect. Okay, you have seen a mistake. You have seen this mistake. Oh, they didn't spell this thing well. So what it means is that since they didn't spell it well, we can't go further. It's a bug. They didn't spell it well. So you've just found the mistake. So error is just like you are finding the mistake. So now you are doing the bug. The bug now is that you are raising the bug. That's where it leads to. So if you find an error, it's leading to an endpoint. It's a life cycle. It's something that is going to an end. It's going to the end of failure. That's the way it goes.
Please, I have a question.
Yes, please.
For a sprint, what is the minimum tester that can be used?
So in a normal, there are always ratios when it comes to it. So we always believe that 3 developers to 1 tester. Now it depends on the application. So it depends on what you do. So 3 developers to a tester. So they have to be bombarded. So, but most of the time, it doesn't matter. You might be the only one in the team. So it depends on the resource they have. So we can't say predominantly. You might be lucky you have a lot of testers in the team. You might be lucky that you have other people that is going to be in the team with you with minimal work. But most cases, you might just be 1, 2. And most of the time, lucky, you can be 4, you can be 10 in the team. But they are different. You won't step on yourself. So if you're in a team, if you're working, if there are 10 QAs there, 10 of you won't work on login only. No. One person will take login, the other person will take set functionality, the other person will take adding to cart. So nobody is stepping on anybody. The same thing with developers. We are all developing one project. So they will take each of the functionality. So now if you know login is not working, we will go and ask, we'll ask you. We can say, oh, Dora, why is this functionality not working? Login, you said you tested login. Where is the picture? Okay. Yemi, you have tested this. So we have our name to stick to it. You are not going to step on each other. You're going to work separately. That's the way it works. So with any number of testers there, it doesn't matter. Your work are you work in different work streams. That's it. So in the absence of no question for tonight, definitely we'll meet tomorrow. And as you're coming for tomorrow's class, just bring an Excel, open your Excel down, and also listen in ears. It's a wonderful time to have you people this evening. And I wish you the very best of the night. Enjoy the rest of the weekend and speak to you tomorrow. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.